Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Catherine and I talk about various topics, and especially in Qatar because this is where I'm staying at the moment. Well, first of all, for those of you who are looking for spouses in Qatar, the foreigners that are looking for spouses in Qatar, you need to know that we have a lot of, we foreigners are more than the locals in Qatar. That is, the foreigners are more than the Qataris in Qatar. So, we have a lot of nationalities here coming here to look for work. If you're a foreigner in Qatar, it's because you came to look for work. And this is not just a place where you will come just like, okay, you can come for a holiday, yes, to see a lot of, maybe to see some desert. But you cannot just come and stay here unless you're visiting a family. You cannot just come and stay here unless you're looking for work. So most people here have families back at home. We have husbands who have left their families back at home and are here to work, send money back home, and make developments back at home. Same to the ladies. We have some ladies here who are working. They have families back at home and they're sending money back at home so that they develop their countries back at home. Nobody is here like permanently. We don't get citizenship here if you're a foreigner. It's not like the US where you can get citizenship or other European countries. No. Here, it's work and back home. So today I'm going to talk about dating in Qatar. After giving you this scenario, knowing that there are people here, we are here for money, people are looking for money and go back home. So, as a human being, definitely, people will look for relations. And mostly ladies are hoping to get somebody who will marry them because they're going to spend most of their years here and probably wish to get somebody to marry them. Those who are interested in getting married, that is. So then they know that then you need to date automatically. In order to get somebody to marry you, you'll need to date. And let me tell you, it's not easy here because most of the people, they have very different work schedules. So it's very difficult for people to mingle. Yes, it is possible for some who are working in offices, maybe 9 to 5 jobs, 8 to 5 jobs. Yes, they can mingle after work. But still, who are you mingling with is the question. Remember, this is a country where people have left their families to come and work. So, since it's very difficult to date, to meet people, unless you want to meet them in the nightclubs after work, you won't even see how they look like. You won't even listen to each other properly because you'll just be hearing the sound of music. So that's not an appropriate place. What about the church? Most of the people will go to church. From church, they go home. There are not so many activities in church that will make you mingle. I'm not saying it's not possible. Yes, for some, it has been possible. But for many, it is not easy if you're looking for a spouse here. So most of the people will turn to social dating networks online. Things like Tinder. And I tell you, Tinder, oh gosh. If you're on Tinder, maybe you should not waste your time. Actually, for most of the dating sites here, don't waste your time. It's a waste of time generally. Some have been lucky to get a spouse there. I don't know how long they last. But most of these are for people just looking for one night stands and leave. And of course, in order to get that, they will pretend that they're looking for a relation, to build a relation. They will decorate their profiles in a way that will make women or men think that they are single. Watch out for signs like divorced, separated, and the separated like saying separated now for 5 years. You'll find most of the people looking for dates on Tinder, I don't know, Toe, Bumble, all these dating sites that have married men putting up their profile as single. Yeah, married men putting up profiles as single. And then when you meet them, they will still try to cheat that they're single, although some of them are not so smart. Some of them are not so smart. Most of them actually are not so smart because they have reached a level where they know that the women also are not looking for a date, but are looking for money. That's what is happening now. Because the women have realized that they're being played, so they've just decided to play the men as well by just looking for their money, and that's it. So some men will generally introduce themselves as, I am a married man, but if you want, you can date me. If you don't want, they look at you and judge you like you're the type of person who can go around with a married man, because majority are doing that for money. So most of the time it's friends for benefits. We call it friends for benefits here. I can call it advanced, I don't know, how do we call it? Modified prostitution. Some, not everyone, some are there for money and the men are there for pleasure. But be careful. They will pose as single, behave as single, and when you get to know them more, you will find out they're actually married. Majority. And so some women have just decided to play along and get the benefits. I don't know what benefits these are that they're getting, but probably being used. That's what's happening, being used. This benefit games is very dangerous because you are not the only one benefiting. There is a beneficial queue, a long line of benefactors from this particular fellow you're dating, which means chances of contracting venereal diseases if you are going into, of course, these people are not looking for just a relationship. They want to get pleasure from the ladies, because back at home they will only go, maybe some of them, I don't know how their contracts are, maybe after 1 year is when they'll go home. Others maybe after 6 months is when they'll go home. So they cannot do without a woman in their life. So they will cheat the women here, and the stupid ones will fall for their trap, or they don't care even if they know, because this man is giving them money or something. And not only them, there is a long line of women he is giving money. At the end of the day, HIV, gonorrhea, syphilis spreads around. And some of them are so stupid because they think that because women are going for medical, there's a lot of medical going on, so they think that they are clean. No. These people, they come here, some of them, for medicals just on the day that they come, once in all the years that they work here. It's only in hospitality industries that they do annual medicals. And that doesn't stop you from getting syphilis, gonorrhea, or whatever just by messing around. So dating here is not as easy. It's not easy, man. You know? Better you go back to your country and look for the right person, or date somebody in your country but online, even if you're not close together. If you're really into getting a spouse, that is. It's not a must though. But most people just want to pass time, and the passing times ends up to vices. That is a problem here. Date somebody, one day the person disappears, comes back after 2 weeks, meaning that all these other days there was a long line that he was seeing, and now he's come back to you. Now your turn. Then disappears again, comes back after a month or two. And whoever tolerates this nonsense as a woman, you must be a fool. In order to date here, you really need to be very careful. Find out the proper background of this person. Some even have a special Facebook. You know, the men have become very clever now. They have a separate Facebook that they will share with the person that they're cheating, so that you don't see any pictures of the kids, pictures of the wives, or anything like that. They set up a scenario that will make them look single completely. So don't trust people so much. Unfortunately, others even forget and come with their rings on a date, and then they try to hide them. But it's too late when they forget to remove their rings. I think sometimes God helps people. Just make this idiot come with his wedding ring on the date. Tries to hide it, but it's too late. So ladies, when you're dating somebody, here especially, even if they're not wearing their rings, check their fingers. There might be a mark of the ring. There will be a different color on their ring finger, which means that they're married. I'm divorced. I'm separated 5 years. You know, most of them, I'm separated 5 years now. I don't know what's with 5 years. I did to think that maybe 5 years means that they're now free to divorce or something. I'm not so sure about this, but most of them, I am divorced now 5 years. This is what happens most of the time. Divorced most 5 years. No, separated 5 years now. I am divorced. One kid in Russia. My wife is in Russia. You know, things like that. Then, if they're stupid enough and they don't clear their social media sites, just get both their names and Google them. Then you will find their records there. You will see their kids, families, and everything there. That's how to get them. Get both their names. Google them before you go any further. Then you'll find probably 90%, 80% or something like that are just there for fun. Waste your time. Things like that. So if you're into wasting your time also with them, go ahead and waste your time as well, which will lead to nowhere, maybe spoiling your chances of meeting the right people. That is, if you want to meet someone for a serious relationship. That is how dating is here in Qatar. See you in my next channel. See you in my next video. Ciao. Like, subscribe, and share Mi Kathy channel. Ciao.